This is Smithy.tv.
Okay. Hey, this is Kenny Robinson. You're checking out Breaking Down the News. Thanks for coming back and breaking down the news with us. Today, I'm very fortunate to have a very funny and witty and sharp and talented birthday gal in as my guest, Sandrsa Battaglini. Did I get it again right?
Yeah, it's amazing. You did.
I'll get it wrong for the rest of my life after I get it right today. So anyway, it's Sandra's birthday, and happy birthday. And
Thank you.
I won't ask you how old you are because you're not supposed to ask women how old they are. And one of my favorite things in a club is to ask a woman how old. And I say, well, if you tell me how old you are, I'll tell you my weight. And then they tell me their age, and then I tell them I'm 146.
Oh.
So I lie. So it's okay if we lie to each other. Anyway, for those of you checking us out, in honor of what's happening now in our transgendered world, I will no longer be known as Kenny Robinson. I want to be known as Kenesha Robinson. For years, I've been trapped in a woman's body, as you can tell by my man boobs. I'm not going to have the surgery, but I am going to become a woman, and from now on, I'm going to be a lesbian woman.
You'd make a beautiful woman.
Not really.
I think you would.
Oh, I've seen women that look similar to me, and they're not very attractive at all.
No?
No. So, So I don't know. Where are you on this whole Bruce Jenner thing? Is he a hero, Bruce Jenner? Don't please. See. Can we call him? Can we still call him Bruce?
Why are people saying that he's a hero because he had a sex change?
Well, he still has the package, so he really hasn't had the.
Just the boobs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's a hero. Not.
We have a shortage of heroes. I mean, like Martin Luther King was a hero. He knew that he was going to get shot for this.
Yeah, but Bruce just put in a set of tits.
That's it. And
he I don't know. When you look close up though in that face, it's kind of mangled. You know what I mean?
Like from work.
Botox and all that, whatever he's done to his face.
And we thought Mickey Rourke did a hell of a job to himself, but.
I don't know. I don't see it. I just think I think that he's amongst many people that have done, have become transgendered
right.
And I think.
Can we still call him tranny, or is that wrong now?
Well, I think it is wrong.
See,
wait, I don't know though.
Everything's so offensive.
But every couple of weeks something changes with the way you call shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Is he? He doesn't inspire me. I mean, Bruce Jenner doesn't inspire me necessarily.
To have a sex change?
No. Or just in general. You know what I mean?
It doesn't inspire you to. As a woman, how do you feel him now saying that he is what you are?
I don't know. I guess, people can say whatever they want. It doesn't offend me, honestly. No, because I think gender is fluid, I really do.
Well, at least some fluids.
Yeah. I mean, I think, this is how I feel. I practice yoga, and in the yoga we practice, they always say, it's about self-acceptance.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like gender... They always teach us that it's like you have a masculine side and a feminine side.
In yoga.
Yeah, and so we're all of that. So I don't know. I'm not saying that people shouldn't change if that's what they want to do and that's what they feel very powerfully to do.
Right.
I think that's their choice and it's awesome. But I do feel like we're both those things. We're both genders. I mean, biologically we may be one more than the other, but gender is a social construction. So I think that there's a lot of confusion around what it is to be a man, what it is to be a woman. It seems to pop up in the stand-up community.
There's thousands of books written about it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what in university, when, I have a master's in history, not bragging, but I spent a lot of time studying.
Your family got to be so happy the way you justified that education.
Yeah, exactly.
Money well spent.
But I remember, studying, feminism and all of that stuff, and it was I remember I was just telling somebody the other day, reading a book, these Marxist lesbian feminists who said the only way that women can, be free, be free of men is that they literally, or to be powerful is to, go live on an island with no men.
The island of Lesbos. They have to go back to...
Just live, that's... You can't escape patriarchy
right.
if you're going to live with men. And, I thought, okay, that's an interesting idea. But I enjoy living with everybody, with men and women. So, I don't know. I do think that there's a lot of confusion around gender right now. And it seems to, even in the stand-up community, this often comes up, being a male comic versus a female comic. I've never seen myself as a female comic. I'm just a comic.
Right.
And some days, yeah. I mean, I've never wanted to be and I've never wanted to be another gender biologically. Like, I'm just like, I am a woman. That's cool. But I do believe I've been a man in other lives. Like, I believe we've been everything. So this life, I'm a woman. Let's do it.
I never gave any thought to what I was in another life.
Well, I don't know. I've just been following some people who talk about this kind of stuff, and they say there are these people. They're called Access Consciousness, and they're all about positive change, like destroying and uncreating points of view that you have about everything that stops you from being who you are. So they say when you see somebody...
Oh, I had an ex-girlfriend try to get me to one of those seminars. They wanted $700.
Oh, I haven't paid a cent for this.
I destroyed that whole idea that anybody's going to get $700 of my money.
But just that the idea that they say, like, when you see somebody that does something that you don't like,
right.
You say, where have I been and done that? Meaning, like, where have you been in your life or in other lives? And that they also say, too, like, in every,
I see that every time I see drunk guys. I'm going, whoa, where have I seen? Yeah. Oh, I remember when I did something that dumb.
Yeah. But I just feel like people are on they're waiting to just attack other people for saying things, for doing things. And, yeah, there's things that are outrageous and things that you might not want to do, but... I think that we've become so judgy, even about Bruce Jenner. It's like if someone is against what he does, then people freak out, and it's like, I don't know.
To me, it doesn't change the taste of my coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me neither.
But here's a perfect example, though, especially because I spend too much time on Facebook. Okay, I know. If somebody was to accidentally call Caitlyn Bruce, he's Caitlyn now. And then you get big bears and lions attacking you for it. And I'm going, well, wait a minute. He's only been Caitlyn for about a week now.
Take it easy.
How long did it take you fuckers to get around to stop calling Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay? Took years.
Right.
In fact, I just bought a T-shirt for a friend of mine, and it still says Cassius Clay on it. I'm going, what? They just won't let him get rid of that slave name. But I mean, so that's like almost 50 years ago that was changed, and they're still calling him that. But I mean, it just takes forever. So I mean, he may always be known as Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, like what is he, Caitlyn Jenner?
He's Caitlyn Jenner now, and some people are saying, well, at least he didn't spell it with a K. And I think we need to make a combination so we can call him Bruce and Caitlyn, like maybe Brucelyn. Yeah, something like Brucelyn is happening because we're going to see enough of him with this TV show that's happening and what have you. But so do you think Do you think that she? Oh, and don't call he or she and it.
I know. Oh, you can't. Okay.
No, I mean, well, you'll find out. You'll accidentally call this Jenner person in it, and the shit will hit the fan. It's not an it. She is a she now. But so a lot of people are saying that Caitlyn Jenner is responsible for making more people become more acceptive of transgender people. And
that may be true, and that's cool. You know what I mean? Like
Do you think that? Do you think he's that big of a pioneer? Is he like the Jackie? Is she like the Jackie Robinson or the Jacqueline Robinson?
Well, I'm sure his public relations people are telling him that.
Well, sure, they're getting paid. But
you know what I mean? It's he's part of that Kardashian fame. Like I guess he's part of his own fame, but
right.
They'll spin it whichever way they want, and it seems like can those people get more famous? They just did.
Well, I mean, this is a PR thing that he's
absolutely.
I mean, the sex change didn't just happen, or what was it? I mean, it was planned. It was planned to be on the cover.
Yeah.
Of a magazine. Yeah. So that's a whole lot of time. The photo shoot is set up. The interview. They already decided how far they're going to let him go on this.
Yeah.
Do you know I think is probably more responsible for making transgender people accept it than Caitlyn? Jerry Springer.
Okay. Because he has a lot of transgendered.
3 out of 5 shows, there's somebody on there. I was born a man, and we cheer and we clap and we laugh because some guy got fooled by a man that hasn't had the surgery yet. And
you need to do that on stage. If you said that,
well, I'm going to eventually, But it's and the great thing is, then the cheated girlfriend gets to laugh at her boyfriend. You're not even cheating on me with a woman, and And then, of course, then they let they let the person who was born a man fight with the same guy who, but bitch, I'm a man. You should have told me. Well, you didn't ask. So is that the new normal now? Now, you know, when a man goes on a date with somebody, does he have to ask, were you born a man? And get it signed? And does he have to ask, is it okay if I go past the knee here? So
maybe.
Or if he goes past the knee without permission, then maybe he deserves to find what he finds.
Yeah, possibly.
So I don't know. But
I know it's land of confusion.
It is, and you know who else I think is probably my first favorite transgender, and I liked this person way before they became transgender, and afterwards I really never had much to hear from them. There was a song, there was a singer in the 70s called Bill Ainsley. He had a big hit, Hey Virginia, Touch Me Like You Do.
Oh.
Well, after he had that record, he...
Touch me like you do.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, was that Canadian content? I'm not sure. I don't think I ever heard that.
Was he Canadian?
I think he may have been. I just remember hearing it on Canadian radio.
Yeah.
But apparently he had the change done.
Okay.
And I guess his record company said, "Well, we got all these other album covers here. What are we gonna do with you now?" So I guess maybe he just made enough money for the for him to have whatever changes he wanted.
Interesting.
And so now, I mean, but it started like that. But even in Dog's Day Afternoon, okay, we're gonna go back with Al Pacino and acting. In the movie Dog Days Afternoon, the robbery was supposed to try and get money so that these two guys, the one guy could get a sex change.
How much is it to get a sex change?
It's expensive.
But like, yeah.
That's another reason why, you know, some people are saying, well, Caitlyn, Bruce lately,
Danny.
whatever this.
Come on.
Or who's it referred to as a science experiment and all this shit at the fan there? This science experiment. I think it might have been Chris Brown. So Chris Brown says, "I will hit a woman, but I will never hit a science experiment." But somebody said that. I forgot my train of thought here just now. But it's great because the Jenner family and the Kardashians, they had huge money and they're going to make big money. But the truth of it is, there are so many people that are struggling to try and have the change made, the surgery done, and what have you, that they're not going to get the makeover to be on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Right.
You know, there used to be one that used to hang around at Spirits like that. Do you remember?
I don't know. Who was it?
Well, I never learned her name. But,
yeah, no.
Heavy makeup and then a heavier mustache.
Yeah.
And sometimes a fur coat in April. And I just remember that one night she punched the shit out of some guy in there.
Oh my God.
And sometimes you'd see her on the corner of Sherburne selling antiques and stuff from her apartment to get her rent together, or whatever medicine she was trying to take or whatever. So.
But what were you saying about, like, with the Jenner Kardashian thing? Like, you were about to say something.
Oh, I was saying that the money makes it a lot easier for them.
Of course. Look at how great she looked on the. I mean, great. You know, like she looked great.
It's. Caitlyn was much better looking as a woman than Bruce ever was as a man.
Yeah. So.
Unfortunately, Caitlyn still sounds like Bruce.
I just think, like, yeah. I just think it's like. Yeah, okay, you got a sex change, good for you. You know what I mean? But
right.
It's very much a public relations event for them, you know? And I mean, if it's inspirational to people to do it because they've always wanted to, and somehow they're not going to be ostracized, then that's cool too. I don't know. I do feel like it seems a very drastic surgery and a lot of hormones that go into the body that might not
be healthy.
That might not be good. But I don't know.
Do you think as people in the arts community, we just naturally have to be more accepting of this? Understanding?
I don't know. I don't know if we have to, but I think because we are...
Makes it easier to get along with the people that you have to... I can't believe that you're anti-transgender. Wait, look, the doctor said I can't have any more trans fat in my...
Are you're not anti-transgendered, are you?
No, but I'm not pro-transgender either. I'm neutral transgender.
Yeah, I'm neutral. You know, yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, I think that's if it's your choice, we have the technology to do it. But I do feel like
the $6 billion used to be a man.
But I do think these hormones, like just like there's a lot of these hormones can be problematic. That's all. But that person will figure that shit out.
And somebody wants to chop it off and have another thing, but meanwhile, Chaz Bono used to be Chastity.
Yeah.
Didn't get the same coverage because Chaz just went and had the surgery and didn't have her own his own TV show and his own thing happening. It was Cher's child that's no longer going to be a girl. And next time you didn't see her again till after he went on to Dancing with the Stars.
Right. Do you think that was Cher didn't want a big PR thing around it? I mean, it was in the news, but it wasn't.
Cher, every time Cher had a different date with somebody that was born 19 years after there was a PR thing on it. So yeah. I think it was just the privacy of her child.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no idea if her son from Greg Allman, Elijah Blue, is in rehab.
Oh, okay.
So, well, we don't know that. I mean, you'd think with Greg Allman being the father, you'd hope that Elijah Blue would be in rehab. And,
right.
My mother, she's such an animal. When Cher first named Elijah Blue, my mother goes, "What kind of damn nigger name is that for you?" Elijah Blue. And I'm going, "Well, Mom, his daddy is Greg Allman." So I said, Greg Allman is like, he's a white trash blues man. So I guess Elijah Blue's a hell of a name for Greg Allman's son.
You should have did you ever have your mom on the show?
Oh no, we can't.
Oh,
well,
no,
I had her on my comics in the B reel.
Okay.
And she just was such a liar and such a fraud for the cameras.
Really?
Oh, I haven't been ashamed of her too many times in my life. But this time, she goes, "Well, I used to go see Kenneth when he did impressions, but since then his act become more extreme, and myself and other members of our family, we can no longer really go and enjoy him like we used to."
Oh my God, are you
Meanwhile, my mother and my aunt are the foulest mouthed, filthiest talking, break it down to the bottom line, take no prisoner, North End
bitches?
Yeah, I mean, their asses were so poor as children. Their father died when he was like 3. They were 2 white girls living in Chinatown of Winnipeg. Do you know how poor white trash you gotta be to be the 2 white kids living in Chinatown? And then they both ran off later on and married black guys.
Oh,
so,
that's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. So, like they say, once you go black, you can never go back. And that's because you've been disowned.
Yeah.
you can't go back. Anyway, folks, I'm never going to disown you. I'm just going to have to say goodbye. Sandra and I, we're running out of time. So thank you for checking out Breaking Down the News. If you live in Toronto and you want to come, is there a cover charge to check us out at the Eaton House?
No.
Eaton House. Last Tuesday of the month?
Yeah.
Last Tuesday of the month, Eaton House. Sandra Batts is doing her stuff, all kinds of great comedy. And if you love your comedy right in your face, grabbing you by the jugular with their teeth, this is the person to go see. I love it because you pull no shots. You do.
Thanks, man. You too.
You swing from the hip, and that's what I love. And I hope that more and more people get a chance to see how wonderful you are. And I hope just as many people get to become horrified and shocked by what comes out of your mouth.
God bless.
You probably don't think you're as bad as you is.
Yeah,
as my grammar is. As bad as you is. But.
No, sometimes when I go back and I think about the things that I've done, I'm like, whoa, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was having a good time doing it. Who gives a shit, right?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I've had people walk out on my shows, so it's okay.
We'll talk about that in the next segment. Kenny Robinson, Sandra Batts, Breaking Down the News. Check us out again.